using our new digraph. So all the words are going to start with and they're all going to start with you writing them using a WH. So that's a big clue to start with, but I will give you a couple of clues for some of the harder words later on. Let's start off with a word that actually appears in your high frequency words. So you have seen this before, and see if you can write it. I'll do all the say it, the stretch it, the count it, and you do the write it, okay? So my turn. When. I wonder when it's going to snow again. When. My turn. When. When. Your turn. When. When. How many sounds? When. Can you write it? Word number 2 is whip. If I want to make an omelette or some scrambled eggs, I might whip the eggs up using a fork before I start. So whip. My turn. Whip. Whip. Your turn. Whip. Whip. How many sounds? Whip. 3 sounds. Remember, this first sound is always going to be our new digraph. Can you write it? Word number 3. And I will give you another clue at the end of this one. So, our next word is whiz, as in you might whiz along if you're travelling very fast. Whiz. So, my turn. Whiz. Z. Whiz. Your turn. Whiz. Z. Whiz. How many sounds? Z. Whiz. Now this is where you get your extra clue. The first sound, as we know, is our digraph, our new one. Then we've got in the middle, and at the end we've got our z sound. In this word, this z at the end is doubled up when you write it. So we have 3 sounds in the word, but we've got 2 letters here for our digraph, 1 for our and 2 letters at the end for our z. So we actually need 5 letters to write our 3 sounds. Can you write it? Word number 4 is whisk. If you want to go one step further than whipping your eggs, you might go and get a whisk out. And you would need to whisk egg whites to make meringues. You would need to whisk cream to go on the top of a trifle at Christmas time. So whisk. My turn. Whisk. Whisk. Your turn. Whisk. Whisk. How many sounds is that? Whisk. It's 4 sounds. And here's your clue for this word. Yes, we've got our digraph at the beginning, and at the end we've got k. There's 2 different ways of writing k, isn't there? But in this word, it's the kicking k, the letter K, the one that's long, and then it's got the wee loop and flick at the end. K. It's that kind of k on whisk. Let's see if you can write it. Now, word number 5 is wheel. You will need more than 1 wheel on a bicycle, unless it's a unicycle. That would be 1 wheel. Wheel. So, my turn. Wheel. E-L. Wheel. Your turn. Wheel. E-L. Wheel. How many sounds is that? E-O. Wheel. Now here's your clue. In this word we have 2 digraphs. They're not split digraphs, they're digraphs where the 2 letters come side by side. So our first one is our new digraph. Our second digraph is that E sound in the middle. Can you remember that digraph, the E digraph, E, and then we finish with O. So again, for our 3 sounds, we need 5 letters. 2 for this digraph, 2 for this digraph, and 1 for our last letter. So can you write wheel? And our last word is white. White. It's a colour that's the opposite of black. Nice and white. My turn. White. White. Your turn. White. White. How many sounds is that? White. Now your clue for this word is that we've got our at the beginning, as we had before that digraph, your I sound. I. It's going to be a split digraph with magic E. Okay, a wee bit tougher this one. So we've got I, that's your split digraph with magic E, and then T. So, it's another word with 3 sounds, but 5 letters to write it. Now, that's a bit of a challenge. Can you write it?